give us a prelude here is the wonderful Josh Rosenstein. Yay! You will give us a musical interpretation of how the story begins.
Our heroes have found a map. A stupid, silly, smelly old map. Dumb old map to where some heroes did hide out. They're going to the borderlands.
That never ceases to be funny. And this is a D&D game. That means two things. Eating at the table. Well, three things. Eating at the table, cursing, and people showing up late. And showing up late this week is Randy. It's big room.
It's because of this beer, so
P.S.
worth it.
Totally worth it. P.S.
I'm gonna move this chair back.
Good, I get to sit where all the books are.
There's the books.
Alright,
Screw the books.
So what we're going to do next is we're going to go down the line here and introduce who everybody is, their name, real name, and what their character is, etc. And then go right down the line. And start with Kate.
So, with me? Alright, my character is a tiefling, and her name is Gabagool. And, what else am I supposed to say?
Who you are.
Who I am. Wait, me as a person?
You as a human.
Oh, I just want to be this character. My name is Katie Keenan, and I'm a comedian and writer.
Awesome. And you're playing Gabagool the Tiefling what? Tiefling, what? She's Tiefling and she's a class. She's a
Oh,
fighter.
sorry. Yeah, she's a fighter.
She's Tiefling fighter. Good. We need. Sorry.
My name is Deb. I too am a comedian.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. Fashion expert, and today I am an elf wizard. I named Esther last week. I may or may not regret that decision, but for now, Esther, she remains. And I put all this whole campaign together, and I'm feeling really good about it.
She's the brains, the
Oh
outfit.
yeah, I got some shit ready.
She's the map holder. Phil.
Yes. Anton LeVay is the character, is a tiefling warlock.
Pew pew pew! Woo! Oh
No
hey.
name is Phil.
Tiefling cry?
Chilling.
I should have been using the mic, I just realized.
It's okay. Probably not enough.
I'm Alex, writing performance Lex Wilson, and I'm playing Chauncey. I used to be a prince, but I traded places with a pauper for what was supposed to be a day. But then he did the no tradesies backsies thing, which is such a pauper thing to do. And I'm sure my butler will figure it out soon that he's been buttling the wrong dude. But until then, I'm doing like you all. I'm adventuring and I'm feeding myself and, you know, cutting some butts.
Oh. All right. Hey, I'm Brent. I'm a stand-up. I am playing a Tabaxi monk. Oh yeah, right? Known in the common tongue as Kitty Kitty Scratchy Paws. But most people cannot pronounce my proper name, which I will translate into the common tongue is Catrick Swayze.
Catrick Swayze.
All right, we're not going to stop at any roadhouse. Definitely. Be nice. Look out for his boot. You'll notice we got some figures there. Pre-painted figures. You guys got to pick out one out. Okay. So you pick one out. Looks at least remotely like you. Did we get the excess cards off the table? I will link.
You want to play this guy? He's a cat.
Yeah, actually.
He's got
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Kitty bang bang.
Scratchy Paws.
Scratchy paws. Nearing tiefling as
Nice pick on.
remotely.
I'll take whatever's left.
What is the white thing?
Esther has recruited you. You all know Esther. Esther says, I got a map. It's an easy gig.
Did you say it's where heroes are hiding?
Yes. Okay, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
you are in Mystria, which is a 2nd edition world of D&D. So humanity is divided up in a bunch of little petty city-states and such, and it's a borderland, right?
Yeah.
So, about 30 years ago, there were a couple badasses. One was a fighter, one was a magic user, Zelikar and Rohan. And they basically built a hideout together. And supposedly stashed a whole bunch of cool shit there that they accumulated over the years. Called in a place they called Questaton, with a Q. No one's been able to find Questaton until recently. Some maps have surfaced. The wizard that you all know has got a team together because she says she has a groovy map that leads you right there. You've all assembled on the Odan Keep, which is a keep right on the borderlands, the edge of where civilization, such as it is, ends. And everything east of you is spooky, not so controlled by humans. Okay? So I imagine you're at the inn in the Odan Keep.
I've decided to change my name, and as an elf wizard,
Yes,
I can do that
yes you can.
because I just got tired of my name.
Esther!
Yeah, we're looking for Esther. No one's seen her.
I'm gonna go by my middle name.
They said find Esther.
All right, it's just do Sabrina now because that's a cute name.
Is there a Wi-Fi password on the wall right there?
Sabrina, yay.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's still him.
I don't know.
No one knows the Wi-Fi?
It says improv your life, right? Maybe there's an exclamation at the end.
There's no Wi-Fi.
Is it the staff or the office? I'm sorry.
Do we want the Wi-Fi password to be streaming to everybody online? Is that
I
how?
guess that's true.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it is the
sure.
guest Wi-Fi password.
I forgot that there was a
It is
video
on the wall.
happening. All right, so we're at the
You can
inn.
whisper it to me, write it on the paper.
All right, we're at the inn, guys. I got where'd I put the map?
Oh, she lost the map.
No, I
Oh my
haven't.
God, it's why we're with you.
Guys, I've got this really groovy, awesome map, and I want you all to keep up because I am like just. I'm very regal and smart, and I know it's intimidating. So I need you all to just get a hold of yourselves and calm down and trust me that I definitely, absolutely know what I'm doing. And I think we should go after a whole bunch of awesome shit that a couple of famous people left behind. Who's with me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Does
Yeah.
that should include money?
Yeah, well,
Coins.
okay, this is, I see this, if you can imagine just like the greatest episode of Storage Wars, that's kind of where we're at.
I don't know what that is.
It's okay. Basically,
For all.
some people left stuff behind.
Okay.
It's worth a lot of money. If it's not actual money, we can trade it in for money. We can fix it
I don't know
up,
how that works.
flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bartering, another poor person activity. This is gonna be
Bartering.
I
fun.
think there will be hidden knowledge.
So I say, you know, we
Money is money.
we've already gotten a good night's sleep. We've had a good breakfast. It's early in the morning. I assume, if not, it is now. And I say we get going. Who's with me?
I've been talking for a while.
We already said we're with you, we need to say it again to Sabrina.
Why don't you lay
I'm hungry.
Okay, why don't you lay out the map and tell me how you're getting there?
I dropped the map.
Oh,
It's
whoa,
over here.
whoa,
All right, this is the Ocean's 11
Sure, she should be the lead.
montage music as we see the map.
She's flipping the map around.
Elf wizards are supposed to be so
All right.
smart.
You're at the key on the left-hand side, the weapons right.
Use this strange paperweight. Hold that part of it.
Best paper
Okay.
at all, Scotch.
Let me wait it up.
So it doesn't really look like, so it looks like we need to get over a river.
Yep, there's the Drew Circle River,
Yep.
and then you have to cross the Dan River. You have to go along the Dan River until you see the Red Creek. Then you go up Red Creek, and apparently in the ravine somewhere, there's the entrance to Questaton.
And I'll tell you what I don't see is a bridge.
This is the edge of civilization.
Yes.
All right.
Being a cat person, I'm not keen on that. This water situation we've got
So
going
we gotta
on
make
here.
our way to the river and find a way across this damn river.
Sure.
I feel like, I don't know, personally, seems really inconvenient that whoever, if somebody had put this whole situation together, that they didn't include a bridge to make things easier. But whatever, that's fine.
Maybe there is a bridge and it wasn't included on the map.
Oh, yes! Can we roll to see if there can be a bridge suddenly?
You have to go to the river and look around.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Can I just send a servant? Nope, old me, sorry. Nope, we're doing this ourselves.
You're like, I used to fund adventurers like this. Only half of them ever came back. And, yeah. Okay, so it's, are you guys using a cart? Are you got horses just walking?
How far away is the river?
It's probably, the guy who gave you the map says it's 3 days, 2 to 3 days from Keith.
I vote horses.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all agreed.
Basic
Horses.
horsemanship is part of like this literacy in this world. Everyone knows basic how to ride a horse. Sure. Because well, it's medievalish. Okay. Not in combat, but just riding a horse. You know.
We call it dressage, but yes.
For the record, I already knew how to ride a horse very well, as did we both, because we're from high society.
Right. Exactly.
So dressage, jumping, we're experts, right?
I figured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Half a day's ride. You guys get to the river, and there's some merchants and stuff lining up on the river, and it's pretty easy to see that they have some poles set up, and then there's a couple pole ferries that go across the river.
Pole ferries?
There's a rope.
This is a fantasy world, so when you say ferry,
Ferry. FERRY.
on board. Cool.
Like a big raft.
Yes.
And a captive rope, and they
Not like magic tiny people with wings.
not magic.
Oh, that ferry pole would be
That was
such
confusing for a
the
second.
most unfortunate ferry to be.
Not ferries with blonde hair that make beer. No.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
And when you say you're a cat person, you just don't like cats. You are a cat person.
no, I
Do you have
literally
to
ate
trade
big
or
cats.
pay?
Yep, it's just a golden piece to get across the river. There.
Okay.
All right, cool.
And
So,
you guys
do
want
we-
to ask the ferry people, FERRY, people, any questions about anything to go across? Any good Indian restaurants?
Do people often mistake you for the other type of ferry?
Don't get me started.
Are there any dangers that we might be encountering on the other side?
Well, I ferried across a bunch of pretty bad looking gnomes this morning, and a bunch of really bad looking barbarians on horseback the day before that. So
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'd say things aren't exactly great on that side of the river. That's why I live on this side.
Oh man. Like how many?
I feel like it's called the Badlands for a reason.
You're really into character.
There's like eight or nine barbarians and some pack animals, and there's 10 or 15 gnomes.
You guys,
It's hard to count those bastards.
I'm gonna be real with you because now it seems a really important time to mention. We're absolutely not the only ones trying to get to this stuff. There are gnomes and barbarians
Yeah, you just said that.
who have been trying to get it as well, and if they get it before we do, we get nothing.
Wow.
So I'm just.
So
Do they also?
We're in a hurry.
we're on an hourglass, is what you're saying.
We're on an hourglass.
We're on an hourglass.
I just thought you should know.
Do they also have a map?
Oh, actually, did the ferry people see a map? That.
No, they didn't see him.
Okay, so
They didn't see him brandishing a map.
They may or may not have a map.
I have perception and or insight, so I can see if this man is lying or not.
Roll die!
Oh.
Woo! Roll some fucking dice!
Oh.
What? Can you hear me in the mic? What?
What?
You can just say
Hear any
it.
of us?
Nobody's using mic that.
We need occasional
Okay, we
lack
should-
of laughter.
we should use
That's
that
what
mic
they
again.
said.
Okay, I don't know where it is. Oh,
It's
okay.
right here.
Alright.
So I rolled a 5, so I guess
He has beautiful eyes.
yeah, I noticed he has
You
beautiful
think
eyes.
You might have gone to high school with him.
And that's possible. I mean, I dropped out because I was a criminal, but
And you have
you know,
horns. Good teeth.
I think he's telling the truth, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
That's right.
I too have perception. I also have history. I would just like to roll to see if I can glean
Sure.
any more information about where they might be going, how
Make-
armed they are,
Make a
etc.
history roll.
Let's see.
plus 5, so 19.
Okay, Zelagar and Brahim were killed after they raised a small army and tried to overthrow a small kingdom in the Northlands. So barbarians aren't exactly their best friends. So that's how they met their end in the Northlands. Probably to barbarians. So these might be barbarians coming down here to, because they know they're dead because they killed them. It was like 30 years ago. So. But they'd like to get the rest of their stuff.
Seems odd that they're showing up now. All days.
I don't know. They stayed hidden for a long time, so maybe, I don't know. We don't know how things happen.
I feel like they found a map as well. That's the only
I
explanation.
feel like there's multiple maps out there.
Alright.
I feel like we're not the only ones. But I'm gonna say this. Does anybody have any gold?
I have gold.
Well, can we... I feel like if we're on an
Does no one
hourglass-
else have gold?
Yeah, 26.
I have no gold.
You have no gold? I'll lend you some gold.
Will you...
So I'll go down to 22.
Is it just one gold to get all of us across?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're on an hourglass, we gotta do this.
Sorry,
Alright,
I
cool.
gotta say, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a great
I've been
deal.
on the streets, and I think that's
I agree.
that's really good.
I know.
Considering our farmer makes
I agree with Katie, Pat. Let's get the gold
I
and...
feel like you just combined two of us into
Yeah, I
one.
don't,
Give him two.
my name is
I
Gabagool.
Yeah, so let's go.
No, I was just giving him a name. Yeah. Alright, so we're on the ferry and we landed?
Yeah, you get across the ferry, you start headed, according to the map, to the Dan River, and isn't very long. You find a fairly good beaten path, and you come across a cart. In the back of the cart are two people that have been wrapped up in spider webs that don't look like they're very good. And at the running the cart is a cleric who looks like he's had the shit beat out of him. And there's another fighter sitting on the back, crying. He's in full plate mail. And there's a hobbit, halfling thief, just sort of like has his hand. He's got this like 1,000-yard stare. And they're obviously adventurers, and they're coming down the path opposite you. And they're like, hey.
Well, I definitely think we should converse with these people.
Yep.
Alright,
Maybe more than that.
Says, well, we left the wizard, the sorcerer, and the other burglar back in the Caves of Chaos. We couldn't save them.
It's called the Caves of Chaos. Like, what were you expecting?
Oh, I've never seen that. What was that thing? And the hobbit up. He doesn't look at you. He just keeps looking out into the woods. He goes, owl bear. It was an owl bear.
Owl bear?
Yeah, and then the spiders. Yeah, spiders.
Island of Dr. Moreau.
It was terrible.
Yeah, sounds like it. Someone's crying.
Those orcs took our horses the first night. Then we went to the caves.
There's orcs too.
In the
Let's
caves,
can we just get a list of everything
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys ran into?
Yeah, you don't have to do them individually, like they're
Yeah, we don't
traumas.
have
It
to-
sounds like it's one big trauma. You could just bundle them together.
It's called the Caves of Chaos. Like, did we forget that part?
Orcs, trolls,
Oh,
goblins. And there's a crazy fucking hermit and his pet panther. And I we thought we were, I mean, we're not schmucks, but holy shit. Hopefully we can hawk some of this stuff and resurrect our two friends.
Wait, what do they have?
What?
Hawk some of what stuff? What do they got on them?
There's stuff, I mean, we found some cool stuff in there, but, you know, we lost so many people. And you look at the back of the wagon, and there's two full-size humans that are wrapped up in spider webs, like a hand sticks out or whatever, and they're all shriveled and fucked up looking. Like, it's a big spider.
Are they, so they're dead?
Oh, they're very dead.
Okay.
Like sanguinated.
Kind of weird that they
Big,
saved them.
wrapped up. Well, they're gonna go get them, go hawk their stuff and get them right back to life.
Okay. Alright, so, looks like
So
we
don't
have...
go there, man. Bad news, man.
Okay, well, show of hands, who's still going then?
Well, what do we want to do instead?
Oh, wow.
Because that sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, you're passing the Caves of Chaos.
Yeah.
You're going.
Oh, so we could.
Do we have any
So
choice
they're
but
leaving
to...
You can go around them. You don't have to go over that hill. You just stick to
We
the
can all-
road.
There's a
Can
vote,
we
guys.
go through the Caves of Chaos?
And
Like,
save
is
time
it-
because we are in a hurry.
Yeah, is this like a shortcut kind of thing to where?
They look at you like Woody, fuck no, stick to the river if you're going past these places. You'll never make it
I
out.
don't think these guys have a map. I think they just kind of ended up, they were like,
Yeah.
we're going to the Caves of Chaos, but we got this map.
Caves of Chaos are fairly well known as a hideout of orcs and bad dudes. And, you know, they harass the merchants that go by, so the merchants are heavily armed. But, you know, it's a general haunt of bad.
Why are merchants coming to the Badlands?
Because the trade route goes through it.
Okay, well,
Forget all that. That's the card is.
I'm wondering if there's still stuff in the back of that wagon. Is that just me?
There's a very sad-looking fighter sitting on the end of the cart.
Right.
Two dead bodies, and some straw, and there's like backpacks, and everything's covered with spider stuff and blood.
Right.
So-
Okay, so too much spider stuff.
Who wants to go? Who wants to go to Caves of Chaos? Who wants to go around it?
how much time would it take to go around? How much time would it add?
Wouldn't add a particular amount of time.
How much time would it add to go through?
Yeah.
If we don't die.
Yeah.
You don't
Is there a possibility to get really cool stuff? Or do you think they took it all?
Why did you go into the Caves of Chaos?
Well, we've gone on a couple other adventures. We first started out together killing rats and giant rats in the city there. And we hung out together and it was all pretty good. And then we did some sort of rescue mission type stuff. And they said, hey, the Caves of Chaos, you know, all this treasure's there. But man, have you seen a troll?
Why are we still talking to this guy?
So,
Can we just have a group huddle real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, group huddle.
Yes,
Good,
sir.
yeah. Hey, real quick, are we going to rob him?
That's what I've been saying.
That's why I'm bringing it back up.
I feel like that's
the monk is on my side.
Are we robbing this dude? Or are we
seems
just
very
gonna-
un-monk-like for you
Right?
to want to
Well-
rob somebody.
Also, it's a backseat, so let's not split hairs here. Okay, let's not split fur.
I feel like you're breaking with a certain character trait. I don't know.
No.
Alright.
You know-
Okay.
We worship different gods. Don't judge.
I won't
You didn't
judge.
take a vow of silence, obviously.
Yeah, no.
You took a vow of taking other people's shit.
Yeah, no,
I haven't even dug deep into who I am yet, but that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
I'm
just
making a lot of
wondering.
assumptions, I realize that.
I'm just saying we are on an hourglass. We don't know if we're the only people that have this map, and I think there's better stuff, you know, at
Questacon.
Questacon. Thank you.
Questacon. Well, sorry.
There's
Okay,
better
thank
stuff
you, Cartman.
at Questaton, and going through the caves might take up a lot of time.
That is going to take up a lot of time.
So I say we skip
There's
the
also
caves.
trolls and orcs and
Yeah.
goblins, owl bears.
I'm
Don't know
really
what the
not
fuck that is. Okay, but
It's
that
so nice to play D&D.
You're a cat
with those
person,
owlbears.
and you don't know what an owlbear is?
Well, I mean, I've been in a far off.
I would like to see an elder, but you know, I also don't want
I
to
want to
die.
see an owl bear, like
Yeah.
from a distance.
Right.
Not kind of.
Maybe we will when we go around
Yeah,
the
exactly.
cave.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
No, wait, there's a
run
panther
around
he mentioned. Do you know the panther?
chaos.
Not that you all know each other, Captain.
Oh well, I feel like this is assumptive.
Okay,
It's
nice.
very assumptive.
Okay.
You're gonna, because there's a bit. Does he walk on hind legs like I do?
I don't know.
No, obviously not. If it's a man with a panther.
Alright. Does
Anyway,
this
so,
topic?
are we robbing this guy?
See, I think he just said that he doesn't have anything. Because I guess the
Yeah.
owlbear took it?
Hourglass,
Okay.
guys, time's a ticking, I say we move on.
I say we move on. I'll just
Yeah.
leave that. Good luck, guys.
You heard some juicy rumors about how bad the Caves of Chaos are, a future adventure, and you continue to the Dan River. It's a whole other module, really.
Were you really hoping we were gonna say, hey,
No,
let's
you-
go?
Go where you want.
I wanna fuck that owlbear. I wanna make his head my hat, that's what I wanna do.
Really?
Wow. I like the way you
Wow.
think.
Your dad always told you, go to a bar and a guy's wearing an owlbear hat.
Mhm.
Tiefling.
Alright,
So you guys make it to the Dan River, which is actually only about shin deep and very, very wide and rocky. So you're able to ford that in a day. And you go along that for the afternoon, and late in the afternoon, very, very obvious, you see a red oxide stained creek spilling into the Dan River.
Ooh.
oh,
The obvious red creek. Pretty obvious because it flows out of the Iron Hills, and so it's stained with iron.
I get it.
So it changes the river a funky color right there. and it quickly turns into a creek in a ravine leading into the hills. But it's getting near dark.
I'd like to do a perception check.
Sure.
That's a 10. There are trees. Is that?
There's scrub.
Yeah.
There's basically grasslands off to the south there. You can see it gets sort of marshy, and then the hills are up in front of you. Beyond the hills are mountains, but this ravine is where the water's coming out of the hills, and you don't particularly notice anything around you. You've got knee-high to waist-high grass.
Okay, do you guys want to roll this one or that one? Which
Whatever you want.
Gosh, one's bigger than the next. Is there another one that's gonna come out after that one?
No.
I didn't even notice that one.
Roll our individual ones over here.
Yes, okay.
Got a couple.
Some perception checks. Looking around.
Yeah, I want to look for a safe place to spend the night, like a palace or
Oh, 11?
What was
I
that?
rolled a 19, so 20.
Oh,
Do I see a palace somewhere safe to spend the
no,
night?
but you do find a beaten down area of grass and the remains of a previous campfire.
Oh, shit, guys, they're ahead of us.
All right.
Is it tiny or is it huge? Because we had gnomes and giants ahead of us.
It's like human size.
Okay. So it could be the barbarians.
Or no, it could be the people who crossed.
Oh, it could be people we just saw.
Yeah.
We don't know. How recent is this campfire?
Do you have investigation or perception?
I have investigation.
All right.
Investigate.
Okay, no, you do it.
Okay.
You don't make rolls.
Okay, so yeah, I'm rolling for perception on how. Okay, I got a 10, so.
There aren't any like iron ration tins, like adventurers would eat out of. There is some animal bones that are charred, that they cooked meat over a fire, and you find the sticks that they cook stuff on, and you find where they lay bedrolls down on the ground. Okay, and you roll a 10, right?
Yes.
So
And I think I don't even know if
you
I
just
have
count
bones or
them,
not.
and there's 8.
Oh, okay. It's a big group, I guess.
So
or-
8 human-sized.
More than us.
Yeah. True.
Anyone else want to investigate the area?
20.
Oh. Hey.
Well, they were barbarians because when they cocked to take a shit, both their heels hit the ground.
Oh.
The way they staked out the horses and the bedrolls and the stuff you find in the fire and the little bits of detritus or whatever, and the way they tried to cover it up, but you found it anyway, barbarians.
Okay.
8 barbarians, and every barbarian has a horse.
Is that the owlbear?
Those little squat. They
wanted
ride
that
those
as
little.
well.
They ride those squat step ponies, not full-size horses. You know,
Yeah.
like the Mongolian step ponies.
Yeah, they look pretty silly.
They do. But they can control them without using their hands, so it's pretty cool. They're famous for riding around you in circles and shooting arrows at you. That's how they fight.
Oh dear.
So they're not particularly good at, dungeon delving. They're plains horsemen. But yeah, 8 guys and with horses were here yesterday, and they ate a couple of rabbits that they shot on the way, and they did a pretty good job covering up where their camp was, but you found it.
Okay.
All right. Do we have to stop and sleep for the night?
No, you can do whatever you want.
All right. Are you guys going to be really tired if we just keep going? I mean, I can see pretty well in the dark, and I don't technically require sleep.
Oh, I can stay up as late as I want. Mother and father aren't here to tell me what to do.
Mine either. Awesome.
Mine are dead.
I am.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say they're not. They're dead.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
There was so much in common.
I am nocturnal, and I have pretty excellent night sight abilities. So,
So
you
you're
know.
the tiefling, so I think we're good.
Okay, I
On
think
the
we're
nights,
good.
yeah.
We can keep rolling.
Yeah, all right.
So you guys head up the ravine, and it doesn't take a genius to see that 2 dead horses, their feet are just straight up, and they're in the ravine. You're bouldering through the rocks, and the water goes through, it's very obvious. You see a pair of 4 hooves going up, another 4 hooves over here. There's 2 dead horses.
Horses are comically dead.
Comically
Are they step horses?
Yes.
Oh.
Brown with white bellies and leather saddles. And if you look around, you'll see that there's a barbarian with a bashed head and a broken neck.
Oh, they're good.
Now there were 7.
Yeah.
2 of them.
So there's 6.
If you want to look at the bodies and maybe figure out how they died, you can do that.
Sure, why not?
We can do that. I think we can check that out.
Yeah. Especially how those ponies got tits up, as it were.
5. God damn it.
So what is she?
11.
You can roll.
It's pretty obvious that they drowned.
Oh, okay. I got a 20, so what happened?
Do they have any equipment that didn't wash away?
Yeah,
She looks around and goes, well, we're in a ravine. And the mountains are up there, and they drowned, and they were tossed about. So what happened was, probably a flash flood came down the ravine. And not all the barbarians got out of the ravine when the water came in.
Was it the iron-filled water or just regular water? I don't know if that's relevant.
It's all pretty iron-filled, but you're in a ravine, and if there's a rainstorm way up on the side of the mountain, this big gush of water comes down, and if you're in the ravine and you don't hear it coming, you don't get out of the ravine fast enough, like these guys did, you get washed down the ravine. And then got 2 of them.
Yikes.
And then you roll 20, you looked around,
Yeah.
and there's 4, at least 4. There's some garments, little pointy fucking hats they wear, whatever. 4 dead gnomes that also drowned.
Wow. Just water, man. It's a bitch. It sucks.
It's so mean.
I mean, no, it's killed all these people. Why is that mean?
Yeah, water is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Right. Well, is there anything we can take or no? That's useful?
Sure. They've got some pretty nice sabers on them. They use-
Nice.
And
I can't use those, but you guys go ahead.
and there's about between the 2 of them and the gnomes, there's about 25 coins.
Alright, so let's take the money and the stuff, and weapons, guys.
All right.
Go on and take the money and run, I would say.
What'd you roll that for?
You rolled a 20, you don't know what?
something.
He's rolled 2 20s.
Is that for like stealing?
How have you rolled? How are you this good? How are you this intelligent?
All of a sudden, I'm really impressed by him, and I don't know why. I'm just like,
But I have a serious
really
question.
cool.
Yes.
So we looked around, we found that they had drowned, but
Yes.
yet it was also mentioned that their heads were bashed in. Now, is this off the rocks, or did they come into some sort of contact with another group of people?
A huge gout of water came down.
Okay.
And
Yeah, if
Somebody on the rocks.
that hits you and then you hit a rock, yeah,
It's
that's
a ravine,
that's
yeah, I
it.
think it's the
All
rocks.
right.
I would have perceived this.
CSI.
Yeah, I would have perceived all this.
Now, but my other question that I thought is, I don't know if we can take a look around and see if this works. Was this a defensive mechanism, or was it just straight up bad luck?
Is the water alive? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, we don't know yet.
Flash floods happen from the mountain.
Yeah.
Is the mountain sentient? Can it pee your people? Is it R. Kelly Mountain?
It's not our
Whoa.
It's not, did you say is it
Oh,
not
no.
Oh, God.
I do not want to be on that mountain.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's why
Especially
Fire
rains.
was crying.
Okay, shall we continue, group?
I think we should.
Yes.
But I think
we need to be extra careful. Is there a path we can take? Should we look for a path that would be out of the way of any flash floods?
That's a good idea.
You can get up out of the ravine and walk along the side of it instead of being in it.
Let's do that.
That would be very smart.
So let's do that.
Okay.
Awesome.
It isn't long before you, the floods have helped actually expose a notch. In other words, the ravine has a wall. And you're walking on this side. On the opposite side of the wall isn't very long for you to see a definite man-made cut into the side of the living rock there that makes up the ravine. An
Shall I-
obvious square cut into the side.
I'd like to do a history roll,
Okay.
or is that, you know, or
Sure.
perception, whichever.
Sure, perception.
One could argue if they're very similar. Yeah.
Next
Damn it.
description.
It's a man-made opening.
But it's +5 for history, so it's 10.
That would match what the map and the historians have said, what the entrance should look like.
Okay. Somebody else try.
Yeah.
Are you
I will look for traps. Okay, what is your?
I'm a thief.
You're a thief, excellent.
Yeah.
Of course you're noble thieves, same thing.
Oh, no. I thought that's what all poor people were. So
Just wait. Excellent.
So cool. All right. If I'm wrong, you need to tell me these things. That's how I'm supposed to learn. Was that perception?
Yeah.
8.
Well, it doesn't take very much to see. If someone has marked one of the tiles, you bring walk over there with a torch, look around. There's a stone door that's been semi-opened, and then one of the tiles of the floor has been marked with chalk with an X. And you know, as a thief, you probably don't want to step there. So someone has marked that tile.
They had 2 burglars with them, the other things, which is another name for the thief.
Well, they went to the Caves of Chaos. This is not the Caves of Chaos.
Oh.
That was a different campaign.
And you also notice that someone has moved aside some brush, and that there were holes in the stonework for putting pieces of brush in behind the entrance. And someone had moved all that stuff aside. And the dust or whatever looks disturbed. So, you know.
What about the dust on said tile? Does that look disturbed, or does it look?
Looks like somebody very carefully went like this, like blew on it, and carefully put an X there. Okay.
It sounds like the barbarians or the gnomes got here first.
Yes.
That would be my guess.
It also sounds like they know more than us.
Yeah.
They've been here longer.
Did you roll for history or perception? I forget.
I was the perception. But you did history, right?
Oh, you did history already?
Yeah, but it was terrible. I didn't get anything out of it.
Have Anton roll.
I can, yeah.
I think
can roll
my-
for perception or?
I think my character has a thing for tieflings. 'Cause he's
Did my
really
bad
impressive. He's
roll
multiple 20s.
make the map
So
go
I'm just
away?
sort of just semi-covering up this up, because you now, this is the map of the facility.
Guys, did anyone look at the? Did anyone have any visions?
Well, you guys have okay, you got a crappy, vague map of the interior of it, but not a perfect one, okay, by any means. You guys now, the creek is out here somewhere. You guys are now right here. These are 10-foot squares, so the whole party can fit in a 10-foot square.
Okay.
So we can put everyone right here. Kitty cat.
Yeah, Kitty Kitty Scratchy Paws needs to be with the rest of the group.
We don't think I selected. We just thank you.
And right here. Right. So we're gonna put you guys in what's called a marching order. Marching order. Marching order. I assume that the peasant thief is gonna be up front.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be.
Oh, me. That's right. You're forgetting I'm a peasant.
Right. Yeah, this guy.
I didn't think I picked, so whatever one no one else picked.
Okay. What did you? What did you pick?
I didn't pick any, so whatever.
So this is sorcerer. Which one are you?
I mean, I assume he's the one with the cloak.
Right. You're gonna be this guy.
Sure, sounds good.
That's
Sounds good.
thiefy. And then whoever you guys who wants to be after the thief.
Who's the other fighter?
I guess this guy could have a stick.
I mean, that's
No,
me. No, that's not me.
the fighter.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's the
that's
fighter?
me. I'm a fighter, yeah.
Okay. And we have the
Sure,
thief.
why not? I mean,
Okay.
uh,
All right, and then
I don't know who
the
that
tabaxi, the monk.
Yes.
Okay, the kitty cat
Yeah.
monk, and then
Yes.
you got the sorcerer and the wizard.
yeah.
yeah, wizard should be-
Sorcerer,
Gotcha.
wizard in the back,
Yeah.
throwing spells.
Yeah.
Throwing those spells.
Okay,
So let's go in.
Alright.
we're gonna assume someone's holding a torch nominally.
I think I have night vision, so not me.
Yeah, I can see as well.
Yeah, I've got pretty good night vision.
You're a cat person.
Yes.
Tieflings, elves.
I'm half elf, but I don't know it.
Oh,
There was an elf in the family line. Or
In the woodpile.
We don't want to talk about it.
An elf in the woodpile.
There you go.
His name was Joe Jackson.
So, half elf in the woodpile. Stone door is cracked open. You peek in, and there is a, seems to be a desiccated dead body face down, facing away from you in the hallway.
Maybe we should investigate that.
I will investigate looking for traps or whatever. I rolled a 2, so a 5.
Looks safe to you.
Looks safe, guys. Go ahead, fighters. Send in the cat people.
got a 12
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
for perception?
Perception?
Yeah, just trying to check it out.
You peek out the door above him, and you see a dead dwarf. Been there a very long time. Body's been stripped. Face down, dead in the corridor.
Body's been stripped like of clothes or like of
Armor.
skin?
He's there in a
Okay.
pair of pants and
Alright.
armor straps.
That's just like a-
The armor straps are still there. Someone came up with a knife and cut the armor straps and took the armor off of them.
So you can cut armor. So it's
We're
a
really boring the audience, I
Oh.
just wanna know a yawn just happened.
That's nice.
Okay,
We're just rolling perception a lot.
alright.
I mean, we can keep doing it. Just point it out. Hopefully we find some action.
Can we
never fucking-
can we identify how he died?
Do I have to roll
History
for that?
check?
You want to do
I
2%?
think it's
8
eager to use that history.
plus 3.
It's a real shriveled old dead corpse, so it's hard to tell.
It's been here a long time. Okay.
And there are footprints on the floor, in the dust.
Can we check the size of the footprints? Maybe we can determine who may have at least stolen
It's
his
pretty
armor.
obvious, guys. There's people-sized footprints and sandals, and human-sized bare feet,
Okay.
and then
Romans, like.
and then little pointy demi-human, like pointy shoes.
And the dead guy, is he a barbarian or no? He's a human? He's a dwarf, okay.
He's
So
been-
the other
been-
dwarves were, they're dead.
Yeah,
But the
they've been here a
barbarians
long time.
could still be out there,
Well, I think they definitely are. 'Cause
So,
it sounds like
they're
they've
barbarian
they've
feet.
gone forward.
I think.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so we don't need to worry about that.
I don't think I'm not even gonna bother rolling. I think we should just keep going.
Traps, Steve.
I'll look for more traps. 4. Guys, there's no traps. We're perfectly safe.
I don't know if I wanna follow that advice,
You step in,
but I think we should go in anyway.
you
because
step in,
we're-
and there's another brushed off white chalk mark, and then there's a big white chalk mark on the stone this way. When you look on the other side, right, there's like an abrasion on this side of the wall. So you think, because you're sort of a new thief, you think if you step on that thing, that this piece of stonework goes wham across the hallway and goes back.
Cool.
So the abrasion is
here.
fine.
Because I have a
Theory.
theory.
So that's another trap.
Can I throw a bag of sand on it?
Yeah.
That's right, that's right. Wait.
Do you have are you just carrying a bag of sand?
Yeah.
You wanna-
I mean, we do have extra,
You want to pull the paper a little bit forward here and do another perception check as you walk down the hallway.
Sure.
5.
Actually, 6.
Which
For
check
you,
is
you see
That was
a
perception.
Oh.
fairly sturdy door with a great big Q carved in it.
So that's in
Quest
front
love
of
is
the
that.
abrasion? That's in front of the trap slash abrasion?
This door right here.
Right. Okay, Q. I'll use perception on that, I guess? I also have insight.
Insight, maybe?
Yeah, actually, yeah, let's use that insight that I've got an extra point on that.
I have negative insight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You think the things right there.
Sorry, I rolled 3. So it's a door with a Q on it.
Wait,
You missed it. Oh, hey! What's up?
Yeah. Trying to see what's up with that door.
You go up and burst the cobwebs off of it, and the Q is really big.
Sweet.
But it says in common, it says, "Welcome to Questaton."
Oh, we made it!
Yeah, we're here, guys.
Wait, so we made it past that trap with the...
Yeah.
Well, we saw it.
How did we...
Even I could see the
I
trap.
think we all just maybe
I
stepped
Did
over
we
it.
put a sandbag? I guess we put a sandbag on it. I don't know.
did have a sandbag, so.
Yeah.
No one ever stupid.
Wait, why?
Everyone else is stupid.
If there's people ahead of us, why are we brushing off cobwebs?
Because they missed some of them.
Also spiders.
Yeah.
I was a maid in my past life.
Barbarians can't read.
Oh.
Oh.
What was that?
Sad.
Just wanted to answer that for you, so you can sleep tonight with closure.
Okay.
The reason they didn't try to read, they don't try to read stuff because they can't.
They just had the map and it was like, oh, we go here, so that's.
Right.
But they can read maps.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. It's pictures, not.
Or someone
Like
can say,
pictures.
go along the river until you see the Red Creek and then go.
Oh, they asked for directions. That's kind of impressive.
Someone told them.
Of barbarians. Oh, they just told them. That's weird. Or
There
maybe they got it out
are
of them.
many examples of illiterate people making maps.
Yeah. I forgot.
That made me defend my position. So,
We're sleeping.
Can we
You ever play Candyland?
can we push on the
Or shoots and
door
ladders.
to open it?
Yeah, can we open the door?
push the door and it doesn't open.
What?
Okay.
Has a big ring on it.
Oh, say something in Elfish. Friend.
Melon.
No, that was.
No.
I
Should we
think
try
that's from another
Infernal?
thing.
Should we try the Infernal language? No? Yes,
Can we pull
Phil
on
pulls the door and it opens. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm
maybe
really
Infernal language
starting to
is
have a thing for
helpful.
typing.
Alright.
I'm enjoying
We go.
being a dungeon master. Aha! A door where you have to
So
pull
we're
it.
like-
I saw a ring and I thought it was part of the cube.
Part of the
Alright.
Pull the paper back 4 or 5 squares here.
Oh, okay.
There's little nooks on either side of the hallway that have the decrepit remains of guards' chairs. So there used to be a place where guards would hang out right there.
Alright.
By
Aren't
decrepit.
there anymore. The interior is pretty moist and dank
Gross.
and dark and a lot of cobwebs. The cobwebs seem to be cleared out in front of you, and someone ahead of you has taken a 10-foot pole or broom or something like that, and they've fairly painstakingly gone through and like, cleared the hall. There's no traps. So someone's definitely been here and like investigated the stonework and stuff like that. Clearly.
Interesting. I have acrobatics if that is necessary for this.
You'll find a use.
I mean,
I'm very
I'm
sure.
sure.
I'm very sure.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
So, do we keep going? Yeah.
No,
Alright.
keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I don't know if
guys.
we need that to do this. It
You
sounds
wanna-
like there was some kind
You
of.
could do a flip into the next room.
Alright, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why not?
Let's see how sick that
We'll
was.
see. We'll see how it is.
People have marked.
I do backflip, and then I end with my hands up
Some
like this.
parkour
You
over here.
guys cheer.
So you,
I'm really impressed by Cycling.
I think she did a superhero
just-
landing.
yes, it's brilliant. So pull that back, another 4 or 5 there. Go back.
So I'm like,
More than that, or?
Yeah, so you guys, there's another thing where another 2 guards would be, and she does a bunch of flips. It's perfectly in the
Yeah.
yeah, I flip on the chairs. I do like that sweet dance
That
move where I'm
19
on
just
the chair.
keeps
And
going.
like,
It keeps going.
yeah.
And
Flash dance, I think.
I do, yeah, I do like a moonwalk. Yeah, like I pour water on myself. All
so
that.
she takes out her second map, which details the interior. of-
You had a. Who had a second
Wait,
map?
what?
You had a second.
I want it to be a surprise.
Oh.
You can take the piece of brown paper off because you're orientating yourself, and you basically
That's weird.
now it's not. So you have this map, so you know basically where you are inside, but you don't really know. It's a little bit damaged. You don't really know what everything is, but this is the basic map.
Is there a
Cool.
legend?
I say we go to this that has some S's, whatever that means.
There's some statues of
Yeah.
dudes in armor, which are the S's.
Yeah,
I'm
shall we
still
keep
like-
going?
Can we go back to you had a second map this whole time? Like, you couldn't have told us, oh, hey, that's a trap and that's not a trap, and just don't step on that thing.
Well, it
like,
took her a while to figure out.
we,
I feel like you did a lot of deception without really rolling a check.
yeah, I should have rolled for
didn't
deception.
we?
Yeah, I should have rolled for that.
We got through, didn't we?
Okay, well.
Oh.
Alright.
Meow.
You need to take a
Alright.
retcon.
Is there anything interesting about these statues?
Hold on. I didn't
Constitution.
Anyway.
I don't care, I say.
When you guys get close to the statues,
Oh.
they have shields.
Oh.
And on the shields appear big mouths appear in the shield. And the one on the left says, "Who dares enter this place and intrude upon the sanctuary of its inhabitants?
Chauncey.
Only a group of foolhardy explorers doomed to certain death." That's the other one says. And then both of them together, very loudly, say, "Woe to any who pass this place. The wrath of Zilligar and Rogan will be upon them." And then they laugh maniacally for like 2 fucking minutes. Very loudly.
You were very full of yourself. I feel like I should point that out.
Yeah, why should you do your name? I was gonna get it.
Sales, read the book.
Right?
Yeah, right.
And when you, so,
It's Chauncey in charge.
you can make an arcana check.
Well, he was the first guy. Watch out.
5.
Well, you're not sure. It's a pretty basic spell. It's called Magic Mouth.
Magic mouth.
Magic
Oh my
Mouth.
god.
Can I put my penis in that mouth?
No. We got rid of
Oh
that.
my god, get rid of the R. Kelly.
5 was also the number of seconds before filming that show.
Oh my god.
Any orifice at all. There's an orifice. Oh.
So,
All
are we
right.
able to
Are
like
these-
go to the door? I'm sick of these
Can we,
guys.
do these guys have any power over us, or can we just keep going?
It's just a mouth.
What's a mouth magic spell thing?
Oh my god, I can
Plays
see
a
the
message.
picture. That's
Just-
pretty great. I wish you
Just
could
plays,
do
it
it.
just plays a message over and over again whenever someone triggers a certain event.
Oh, that sounds
So
like
you guys walk
Oh,
forward
it's
and
fun.
the statues take a step forward.
Oh,
Oh my god.
wizard chess,
Seriously?
guys.
Like, they take a step forward towards the hallway we're in.
Like to stop you from going
Oh,
further.
okay.
Yes, that's what I.
Alright, let's see what I got then.
Excuse my
It's
acrobatics.
casting time, guys.
I asked the statues if they know who I am.
Jesus Christ.
They don't do anything. They just,
They don't use their mouths again?
no.
No? Alright.
Can I Eldritch blast this motherfucker for one?
Sure.
Let's
Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, use magic.
I don't know.
I don't have magic.
Okay.
I don't think.
8.
Yeah.
That is a D12.
That's a, yeah.
Oh, roll this one.
Wondering why I was in
Yeah, no, that's why he's not rolling 20.
Very rarely gonna hit something.
What is with you?
My teeth like.
Alright, so roll damage.
That's on 10.
Well, I gave you a card that details all the spells.
Oh, Eldritch blast. So we got range on 20 feet, 1d10 force damage.
There you go. You got all D10.
Yep.
And- Okay, it's combat is on. So, that's
I'm alive, everybody.
Well, anyway, I'll give you guys a surprise turn, because statues, well, they're old statues. So what did you achieve?
I don't know. I don't have cards, so I don't know.
Okay, where are you?
I'm a tiefling fighter, and
Okay,
I
so what do you have
have
for
these are my things. Oh, my weapons. What's in that?
We'll get back to it at the end. So-
Yeah, sorry. Get back to me.
Spell. Stone
Wait,
statue.
do you think a firebolt or an acid splash would do anything to statues?
Sure.
Alright, alright, I'm gonna do firebolt.
Right.
Alright. 1.
Oh, this is
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is.
That's,
What's the damage on the firebolt?
Well, I don't think it really matters at this point.
All right.
hard. Oh no.
Kate, you take a D10 damage.
Me?
You got in the way, and she cast it the
What?
wrong way.
I accidentally hit you, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Jesus.
She fumbled her spell and hit you in the foot with a firebolt.
Sorry.
Okay.
This doesn't normally happen to me.
That's what they all say.
3 points of damage, Kate. Failure already did your move. We're going around table.
Cut some butts.
I mean, I know what equipment I have.
Don't do the thing up.
Am I like,
Probably 14.
Yep, I did.
Oh, cool.
Big, slow, tough statues.
And 7 damage.
Okay.
He does not know not to stab a statue.
Well, I'm about to go at it with a hand axe, so, you know.
Awesome.
That's fine.
This would be a really intense axe.
Can I use a bonus action for attack as well?
Yes.
Okay. Look, I don't know.
No, I'm being condescending. I'm just
Okay, so. Oh shit. 8.
Doesn't hit him, but then you get the kicker punch in addition to the hand axe.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll that.
Ooh, 21.
That does hit him.
Yeah.
And the damage your unarmed strike does what?
Yeah, I was like, why are you casting?
4.
Okay, there we go.
Do you purr when you attack? Or?
So yeah, these are
It
what I have,
depends.
and
If it's a
I'm-
really good
I
one,
especially dueling,
Yes,
so
if it's
I
a
can
good
use
one, I
my
purr.
upper hand.
If it's a bad one, I hiss
Alright,
out
so-
of intimidation.
I guess I'll use the double-bladed scimitar.
Sure.
Does that cut
Yeah.
through? Or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
Does that do things?
Yeah,
Okay.
you hurt stage.
Cool. And then what do I roll for that? Is it just a d20? Or?
Yep.
19.
And then you roll again to the other side of it. You don't get a bonus to it, but you get an attack roll.
15.
So you hit twice. So you damage with it is what? No scimitar here.
So it's my scimitar.
Okay. Damage slashing 2d4 plus minus 4. Right there.
Okay.
So 2d4.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning of the break. Oh.
Well,
Are we all going after the same statue, or are we taking them on?
I took on both of them.
Oh,
I'm just aiming for.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm
yeah, maybe don't hit a
I'm
party member
awesome.
next time.
Oh, good. Oh my god, I get to.
Go ahead and roll.
I don't know what that means.
1 damage or 2 damage plus.
Alright. So there's 3 more points of damage. And then I'll roll this bonus for rage. It's finished. And the other one. That's 5. So ching, 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 ching. And you dent these statues up pretty well.
Awesome.
I would like.
And who did the most damage? Well, I would say spellcasters are probably their favorite thing to try to chop in half. What is your armor class?
My armor class?
AC. On your sheet.
Oh, AC. Mine is 13 or 16, mage armor.
Alright. Well, you didn't have your mage armor cast yet. You have 13. And you get hit with a very blunt, it's shaped like a sword, but it's really sort of a big club.
I can't decide.
3 points of damage.
What?
I figured
That's
I
what
had
happens.
enough of that.
I'm not supposed to have damage.
And we missed it to back. So, at this point, we got Josh Rosenthal is somewhere.
Rosenstein.
Rosenberg.
Whoa! Whoa!
I don't know. You know, I get them all confused. Is Josh around?
He's sleeping in the hallway.
He's upstairs.
Midnight Rider.
All right. Well, he knows the break was at 9. So we're gonna take a break.
Woohoo!
Deb, you can eat now.
I'm gonna.
Get your foods.
Yay!
How long's break?
Until 9.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And one another beer.
Backup music.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
What do you think so far, Brandon?
Tell us what you're talking about.
All right, we good?
As long as it's not R. Kelly.
9:50.